Selected Alex Smith first overall back in 2005. That rush defense needs some help. Allowed the most rush yards in team history and the most by any team in the last 5 years. Niners have two quarterbacks under contract, Brian Hoyer and Matt Barkley. And our Jeff Darlington is stationed in Santa Clara, monitoring developments there. So this is a whole new game. New GM, new head coach, a lot of need, of course. How is that all playing into plans for that second overall pick, Jeff?
Well, the plethora of needs that this team has, Jade, allows them to at least sit back somewhat comfortably as they try to figure out and wait on the Browns to make their first overall pick. But that's what's so intriguing about this right now. As I sit in this building, of course, we're all sitting here wondering what the 49ers are going to do with the second overall pick. But they're also wondering what they're going to do with it because they don't know yet what the Browns are going to do with their pick. Now, let's say the Browns do pick Mitch Trubisky. By the way, based on my conversations around the league, it certainly feels like it's continuing to trend in that direction. If that were to happen, the 49ers certainly would be taking a very hard look at Myles Garrett at that second spot, even though they have already selected two defensive linemen in the first round over the last 2 years. But the 49ers are very comfortable with the number of the different players that would be available to them. They would also be comfortable with fielding calls. So they're sitting in a position where they know there is a lot at stake and a lot of potential options. In this building, as we speak, they're continuing, I'm told, to go through mock drafts for every possible scenario. They know that things could get pretty wacky tomorrow based on some of these potential scenarios that could unfold. If they were to trade out, they'd have to be ready to pick wherever they wound up. So, and who knows who will be willing to trade up to that second spot. So many different scenarios, Jade. I guess what I'm saying is we are all waiting, including the 49ers on the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, waiting and watching. All right, thank you, Jeff. If Cleveland does go Trubisky, if you're San Francisco, are you taking Myles? That's it?
Hey, if I know John Lynch, he's going to take a defensive player when you think about it, because regardless of what the 49ers do, they have to build their defense because they have no quarterback right now that can win games for them. So you got to protect the quarterback. How do you do that? Keep the score down. They're going to a 4-3, a single safety high defense now. They don't have a great rusher. The two ends they brought in, they're on the tight end side. They don't have an elite rusher. They need that. That's part of what they need on defense.
Yeah, they drafted like 5 technique defensive ends, right? 2 gap guys that are head up over the offensive tackle and smash mouth.
That's exactly right.
That's what they really drafted. So I agree with you. If that becomes the direction that the Cleveland Browns go in, then if Myles Garrett is the best player on your board, which he is on just about everybody's board that you talk to, then of course you would go that direction. You need a rusher. You need a guy that has some versatility. You need a guy that can come off the edge and create havoc. The other guy, you need there's multiple needs for the San Francisco 49ers. Fournette is a guy that a lot of people are talking about right now. Is that a guy that you want to get it to, or could you trade back out of that pick and maybe find him a little bit later? There's a lot of scenarios going on right now, but I'm with you. If Myles Garrett is the best player on your board, that's the direction you go.
And if Cleveland decides to take Myles Garrett and they're sitting at 2, San Francisco, you can move down. You can move out of the pick.
Sure.
You can
get some more picks.
Somebody's got to
want to come to
somebody's got to want to come to number 2, obviously.
Right.
But if that happens, you move down and you can still get some defensive players.
Yeah, and consistency is a need. And